Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy April. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back to you, I should say.
45 and rain. We're going to have a rainy day today and tomorrow, and we do have a threat of severe weather both today and tomorrow, so keep your eye on the weather. We could get strong winds, damaging hail, heavy rain, so there's a possibility of flooding today.
Oh my goodness.
And tomorrow.
Our weather today brought to you by Hometown Heating, Cooling, and more. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com. Thanks to Hometown Heating and Cooling for helping us bring you the weather. I don't know if the rain has blurred out the sky cam. I wonder if we could, maybe we'll check that later in the show. Oh no, it is.
Wow.
There it is right there, the Hometown Heating and Cooling sky cam. That is Jackson High School in the distance.
April showers bring May flowers.
So they say.
Yeah. Did you stay up and watch the national championship?
You know what? That's been the conversation around the office, was not did you watch the game, but did you stay up?
Yeah.
And I didn't. I went to bed at halftime.
Ridiculous that on a Monday night at 9:20 the game starts, and you know, people like high school kids, people that have work on Tuesday morning, it's too late.
It is too late.
I taped it, and I taped extended 1/2 hour. Still wasn't enough.
Really?
I taped the Channel 6 News because I figured it'd go past. Still not enough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you really got to be dedicated. So I haven't seen the ratings. I'll be anxious to see the ratings for that, but congratulations to UConn.
UConn.
And if you bet on UConn at the end of last year to win the national championship, $100 would have paid you $10,000.
Wow.
So
A 20-point average win margin throughout the tournament. Actually, you know, it's called March Madness, but it actually happens in April.
it does. Yeah. The national championship game is played in April.
Yep.
But the
Jim
madness
Nance,
is in March.
I wanted to see Jim Nance's last game. I wish he had a better game to
I know.
call. But his final words, thank you for being a friend.
Oh, that's wonderful. Gosh, he is one of my best friends. Do you remember the Lake Erie walleye fishermen?
Oh, yeah, they stuffed fish with weights.
Yeah, the two fishermen. They were in court, and they were faced with over 30 witnesses from the prosecution, and last minute their lawyer took a plea deal. And I don't know why they didn't take the plea deal ahead of time, because they were basically let off the hook. No jail time. God, those guys
let off the hook.
get it. Yeah. Look at those guys.
They look like Russian mobsters.
They look like greasy fishermen. So here's their punishment. Chase lost his $100,000 boat, which he stole to win anyways. There it is right there. That'll be probably up for auction soon at some point. His $100,000 fishing boat. They both lost their fishing license for 3 years, and they got some probation. I think they should have done prison time.
Yeah.
You're telling me, what's worse? I mean, now President Trump's indictment has not been unsealed yet, but I can guarantee you that whatever these guys did was worse.
What about the team that finished second? Shouldn't they get the boat in the running?
No.
They should have won, right?
They should have won, Brandon, the team that finished in second place, but they didn't. So
The former president, will be in a Manhattan courtroom today to face charges, and we don't know what the charges are yet.
no, we don't.
No, they'll be announced sometime after 2:15, but it has been revealed the charges involved that he falsified business records to hide hush money payments to Stormy Daniels. And it's going to be an absolute circus in Manhattan today. And the mayor has said, control yourself, people.
Yeah, so you won't be able to watch the proceedings. Those were denied.
Yeah.
5 photographers will be allowed to take pictures of Donald Trump and the courtroom before it starts, and then everyone will leave.
But we will hear from both the DA in a press conference afterwards, and after President Trump arrives back at Mar-a-Lago, he is expected to deliver a press conference. So we will know more at the end of today, for sure.
Yeah, it should be an entertaining day for sure.
Jim Nance is probably getting on a plane this morning from Houston to Georgia, the Masters, and that's this weekend. And that will continue for Jim Nance until Jim turns 80. And that's in his contract, and he'll still do NFL football.
Yes, so we'll get to see more Jim. So
Yeah.
Masters, big week. You're in a Masters pool. Last year you screwed up and missed it. Last night, at the last hour, you had a problem. Were you able to figure it out?
I did. Who are your picks in the
I don't
the
remember.
Masters?
Rory McIlroy,
I got him.
Scott Scheffler.
I've
Even
got
though I don't
him.
like
I
him.
don't like him.
Hate him. Well, I don't hate him. I just don't care for him. And then I picked a couple of the live guys. I know. Yeah, the live guys. Hey, Napoleon Lawn and Leisure is having their annual open house. It's April 17th to the 22nd. But on Friday, the 21st, guess who's going to be there? Dollenberger's food truck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so stop by Napoleon Lawn and Leisure, one of our great sponsors, having their open house the week of April 17th to the 22nd. But again, food trucks on the 21st.
Yesterday you were whining about the Tigers, and I've got some good news for Tigers fans. They won yesterday, and it took 11 innings, and it was very exciting, 7-6 over the defending world champion Houston Astros. So that's the good sign. They beat the World Series champs.
We have two staffers going to opening day here.
Yeah,
I don't
Adam
think
and
that's
Joe.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No.
That we've had someone go to opening day.
Are they going together?
No, I don't think they are.
University of Michigan Health System, U of M Health, has formally acquired Sparrow Health System, Lansing-based healthcare, a $800 million deal. U of M will invest $800 million in Sparrow, and eventually the name will change.
Yeah, well, that'd be interesting over in Lansing, won't it? University of Michigan Hospital and Michigan State.
Well, because Sparrow has quite a few deals with MSU. That's where the MSU doctors go to train.
Yes.
So.
Well, we'll see if everyone can get along in the medicine world of the Big Ten.
Yep. King Charles is going to be coronated. Coronated?
Yeah, coronated.
Next month, a month from today, actually. And while he was touring Germany, some fans offered him the Burger King crown.
That's nice of them.
Because the crown is being restored resized. It's not big enough for King Charles' head. So the 362-year-old real crown, they hope will be ready in time for the coronation. But in the meantime, people have been offering him the Burger King crown wherever he goes.
That's awful.
Politely declines.
Oh my gosh. I have some more overseas news from Liverpool, criminal news. There's a gentleman, he was hiding from the police. Look where he hid. Look where he hid. He was running, this guy, he was in Liverpool, Edmund Lika of Liverpool, he was running a cannabis farm and he tried to hide on the roof. Now he was caught eventually, but that officer was the laughingstock of the police department right there.
Where is he?
Yeah, couldn't find him. Could not find him.
Speaking of the police, I have the police blotter today. Officer Brooker conducted a traffic stop near Lincoln Street and West North Street yesterday. A 19-year-old female was arrested on an outstanding warrant. Plus, she received a citation for disguising. Disguising.
What do you mean? Oh,
I don't know. That's all it says. Disguising. She was disguised.
Maybe we need to look that up and see what it is. Maybe it was presenting a false ID. Was she disguised as a police officer?
Maybe that's it. Maybe she was impersonating a police officer.
Impersonating a police officer.
Also, Officer Goebel dispatched to an overdose. They brought him to the hospital. He said, "No, I don't want the treatment." Guess what happened 3 hours later? Officer Goebel responded to an overdose Same guy. 3 hours later.
That's crazy. But we know that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's time for Love Living in Jackson, presented by Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. And this week, Heather is telling us about the ABC Bakery, specializing in freshly baked goods made from scratch, including cookies, cakes, cupcakes, chocolates, donuts, and pies. Hey, look at these Easter cookies and treats here. They're located at 1931 Horton Road in the South Point Plaza behind Penn Chiropractic Center and Crimson Oak. Visit them online at cookiesjackson.com. Thanks to Heather and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services for helping bring you Love Living in Jackson.
Those look good.
They do look good.
Andy and I were in the Outer Banks of North Carolina last week. What was the highlight of the trip for you?
Marshalls.
Yeah, it was two big events happening in the Outer Banks. The grand opening of the first Marshalls in Southern Shores.
And Brandon, that'd be like if we had Chili's open here.
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
big deal.
And a Kmart. A former Kmart has been turned into a Target, and the Target grand opening we missed by one day.
Thank God.
Was it was the talk of the Outer Banks. What was your best memory of Marshalls?
I found a secret pair of shoes that should have never made it onto the truck, never made it onto the shelf, and they made it home with me.
Do you have a video?
You do.
Let's take a look.
I'm here at the grand opening of the Marshalls in Kitty Hawk. I haven't even showered today. There's also 25 people in line today, and I'm going to go right to the men's shoes section. Not a lot of people in line, but they have men's.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I going to be famous now?
You will.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you trying to get?
I have no
This
idea.
is
So
same.
you just
Something
check
to
it
do.
out. Yep.
Same.
Yep.
Exactly. Something to do. That's what we're doing. Okay, we'll see what we get. I literally crawled out of bed and went to that Marshalls, but I'm so happy I did that because that's when the good stuff was there. Hour later, it was gone. I'll never go back.
And you know it was gone because you went back 4 times.
To make sure they didn't restock. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What else was I going to do?
There's so much to do in the Outer Banks, and you're at Marshalls most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
What's with this, these derailments? We've had a spate of derailments, from train derailments, and yesterday there was another one in northwestern Montana. A freight train carrying beer spilled Coors Light and Blue Moon beer into the Clark Fork River. Wow.
I mean, are they going too fast?
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
You know what I think it is? I think they're putting too many cars on the train.
I think you might be right. How could you possibly control that many cars?
I don't think you can. And I think, have you ever been stopped at the tracks here in Jackson when one of these giant freight trains goes through and you count the cars and you count the cars, you give up counting
I
the
count
cars?
the people that have hopped on the train that are hitching rides, which you should never do, by the way. It's
No.
very, 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 very dangerous.
You don't hear much about train hobos anymore.
No, you don't.
No hazardous materials were released according to the Plains Paradise Rural Fire District. And the only thing that got in the river, Coors Light and Blue Moon beer. Fish are drunk.
That's okay. I don't know if it'll affect anything.
They were able to contain the spill. This weather is not good for high school sports.
No, it's not.
Spring sports is the one season that really gets shortchanged. Games are canceled. Yesterday, the Jackson High Vikings baseball team all suited up, ready to play a doubleheader.
Ready to go.
And what happened?
Waverly called and said, nah.
Yeah. At
No,
the
we
last
don't.
minute, they said, no, it might rain. I guess
did
in their-
rain.
It did rain, but not till they could have got one
You could have
game
played
in.
the game. You could have played the
Yeah.
game. But we did have we had a few things going on. Let's get to our Extreme Dodge scoreboard. Like we said, Waverly at Jackson was postponed. Hey, listen to this. Columbia Central and Napoleon, they faced off in an exhibition. The two teams played 3 30-minute periods in a scrimmage-style match. Now, Napoleon, they are starting soccer for the first time in school history, and they're a club team. So great opportunity for them to get going. Obviously, Columbia handled them no problem. Been a program for quite a long time. But this is how programs start. And kudos to Napoleon for starting a soccer team. And it was not too long ago. Michigan Center started a soccer team. We've seen success. So just because you're not seeing it right away doesn't mean it won't come.
And it was just a scrimmage, and
Right.
Napoleon didn't have the uniforms yet.
Right. And here's what's coming up on deck for April 4th. We've got baseball. Brandon, I didn't play baseball in high school, so I only got to play in like May and June. What is it like out there in April? I mean, is it fun?
I liked it because it was the beginning of baseball starting again.
Yeah.
It was very wet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cold. It's
Cold.
not fun to
Cold,
play.
wet.
Right, your hands sting when you hit, just a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
going on.
Brandon Dolly was a star,
Second baseman.
second baseman for the Jackson High Vikings
Yeah.
back in the 70s.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, that's awful. Those are the baseball games. Softball, Concord at EJ, Hanover at Quincy, Northwest at Michigan Center, Dansville at Napoleon, then girls soccer, Hanover at Northwest, and then Clinton at Lumen Christi. Both those soccer tilts start at 5:30. Thanks to Extreme Dodge for bringing you our scores and on deck
is
every
a-
single day.
This is, of course, Holy Week, and we have Easter, the culmination on Sunday. On Saturday, we have a whole bunch of Easter egg hunts. A couple of big ones. The Bright Walls folks are having an Explore event where they're hiding Easter eggs and other surprises all around the Bright Walls. All the murals. How many are there?
30 some?
No.
Well, I think, there's like 50. I don't know how many there are, but I think they're doing this at 30 murals.
There are 71 murals. They're going to have the kids go to the murals, and there'll be all kinds of cool photo ops and great prizes, and they get a treat.
And you can be up to the age of 12.
This will be from noon to 2, and earlier in the day, from 10 until noon, will be the Jackson College 7th Annual Easter Egg Hunt, and that is for kids ages 0 to 10, and they'll have the kids separated by age groups, and they, like Halloween, they've got tons of candy and treats at Jackson College. All are welcome. These are free. Everybody's welcome. Come on out and hunt for Easter eggs on Saturday. And the city of Jackson also has an Easter egg hunt, and there's a bunch of churches. There's some adult Easter egg hunts. Sand Hill Crane has an adult Easter egg hunt. So,
We should have an Easter egg hunt.
check today in the J, and they'll be at 30 murals. Thank you.
Yeah.
Check today in the J later this week, and also Experience Jackson for all the Easter activities. Of course, the community-wide Easter dinner Sunday, 2 o'clock at Queens. All are welcome to that. They would like you to call for reservations because they want to make sure they have everyone's place set. People get name tags. It's a really cool thing. 517-435-5296. Make your reservations, and if you need transportation, let them know as well. So they'll pick you up and take you home.
A lot to do.
Who's on the show today?
We have a wonderful show lined up. We're going to get things started with the mayor of our fine city of Jackson, Daniel Mahoney, right after this.